Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So, here, hold that.
Okay.
Well, I've been meaning to ask. Chandler, will you be my Valentine?
Oh, I've been wanting you to ask me.
Yes! In that case, stay tuned for tomorrow's show. For a Valentine's Day edition, I'm Natalie.
And I'm Chandler, signing off the ENN. Wow, Natalie, you really did all this for me?
I did, but some might say I used a little studio magic.
I'm sure that it was your mission to make me feel really happy.
It was, and DJ's mission is to be prompt, polite, and prepared.
And it's our vision that every student graduates with the skills necessary to be successful in a college or a career.
And my vision for today's show is going to be a music video.
Let me guess, then moving into a segment about abusive relationships.
You guessed correct, because we're going to finish off the show with a baking segment.
I'm so excited.
ENN starts now.
Happy Valentine's Day, Natalie.
Happy Valentine's Day, Chandler. Today is February 14th of 2025.
Before we dig in, let's go over some announcements.
Youth and Government meets Mondays after class in Ms. Bork's room. Chess Club is held Mondays after school in room 19107. All skills are welcome and everyone from Stockfish Zero to Magnus Carlson can join in on the fun and learn some strategy along the way. Email Mr. McNeil for more information.
So, for Valentine's Day, I got you this.
Oh, Chandler, I wish I would have known or else I would have gotten you something.
Oh, it's okay, I guess.
Wait, I have an idea. I can give you the gift of song. Oh, Chandler, 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 oh, Chandler, Chandler,
Hey, Natalie, you really shouldn't have.
Oh.
Instead, let's head over to that music video.
Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you in awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain, listening to you harp on about some new soulmate. She's so perfect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'd wake up one day. Run to me, confess your love. At least just let me say that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots right out through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I love you from the start?
Cheers.
Cheers.
This food and this Capri Sun has just been so good. If it were a person, I would date it.
Oh yeah, if this cake was a person, I would date it too.
But while Valentine's Day is good for some, it may not be for others. The hotline.org states that 1 in 3 women,
And 1 in 4 men endure some form of abuse in relationships.
and those numbers are way too high. So let's go to that segment to see what signs you should look out for.
Even though it's Valentine's Day, there are some relationships out there that are not so sweet. Today, we go to a victim of abusive relationships.
The reoccurring behaviors that I have found throughout all 3 of the abusive relationships that I was in was that all 3 of them were savior complexes. All 3 of them felt the need that it was their job to save me. Abuse breaks you. It breaks a part of who you are. That's the whole point of abuse, is to break you and to make you into what they want you to be. And that's what you look for then in the next relationship, is for somebody else that will tell you how to be or tell you what to do or tell you how to dress or who you can be friends with. The point that I chose to start seeking help or realize that the relationship needed to end, it was a matter of making sure that my kids would be protected. The choice to reach out or not reach out tends to be based on shame. You think that you are the only one that's going through this, or you think that your abuse isn't bad enough that you deserve those supportive services, and shame will hold you back. Friends and family and counseling played a pretty important role in my recovery once I was ready to share. My friends played a pretty important role, but more importantly, so did a counselor. A counselor helped me to see that I was worth it and that I had value. No abuse should be acceptable. There isn't any level of this abuse is worse than that abuse. All abuse is bad, and all abuse should be stopped immediately. At the end of the day, no matter how alone they feel, they are not alone, and that they are loved and cared for, and that they deserve happiness, and that they deserve respect, and to feel that they are worth it.
Thanks so much. If you or anyone you know is in a serious abusive relationship, call the hotline on the screen to get help. I'm Megan, reporting for ENN.
I feel so sad right now, but I can't stop eating this cake. And whenever I eat cake, I feel sad.
Well, me too, but it's important to go over. If you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, you can visit thehotline.org.
Or text BEGIN to 88788.
Or you can call the number down below.
Well, I am super hungry right now. I think that we should switch topics.
Well, I think you're hungry because this cake is really good. Much better than pie.
Well, I forgot to ask. I mean, your table manners are getting better, but is this cake homemade?
Well, of course it was, because I love you and because I love baking.
Yeah, well, now let's head over to that quick PSA on how to make a sweet treat for your sweet Valentine.
If you're feeling single on Valentine's Day, instead of staying home and crying, come bake cookies with us.
Add 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt, add it to a bowl and whisk it together.
Add 1 cup of butter and 1 cup of sugar and mix. After that, add 1 egg, a tablespoon of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to the bowl. Then mix again.
Mix it all together to form the dough. Split it into 2 pieces and put it in the fridge for an hour.
Once the dough is cold, roll it out and use cookie cutters to make heart shapes.
Place the cookies in the freezer for 10 minutes so they hold their shape. Place them in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes. Take them out to cool and decorate them however you choose.
I hope you enjoyed this cookie recipe. I'm Haley. And I'm Lily, reporting for ENN.
Before we end the show, I have one last gift for you.
Is it a song?
No. Natalie, will you make me the happiest man alive and be my best friend forever?
Oh, of course I will. Thank you, Chandler.
Of course, I was so nervous. I thought that you were going to say no.
Oh, I was nervous because I thought you were proposing. And if you were, I was going to have to end it right there. Just like the show.
I'm Chandler.
And I'm Natalie, signing off of ENN.